Perfect. Okay, so this is the Butterfly Kisses team meeting for November. Can't believe we're at the end of the year of 2022. Like, what the bananas? I don't know where the year went. We are halfway through the month. Today's the 15th. So we're going to go over some of our stats. So far this month, the top sponsor is Sarah Panko. Top 5 for PRV for team is Heather Dunbar, Sarah Panko, Shonda LePan, the Burbo sisters, and myself. Top 5 for group is Bree Domina, Heather Dunbar, Sarah Panko, Shonda LePan, and Devin LeFex. So I always say that. I say it right. Yes? Yeah, okay. Registration for World Tour is open until December 31st. You get 500 points for your incentive by going. And you get a lot of fun stuff. Like I went to SFR. Chris is even going to World Tour again. Like he's like signed up. So if I registered for World Tour, I have myself, and this is only for Portland. No one else is registered for anywhere else so far. Myself, Christy Roberts, Shonda LePan, Bree Domina, Devin LeFex, Paige Coolbeth, and Tammy Dorr. I also know that some teamies from Paulina's team are going to Portland as well, so we can hang out with them. So I will tell you what they've told us so far. Virtual is not an option. It's not going to be an option. Portland is 3 hours and 32 minutes away from my place in Essex, and most of you all are pretty local to me. So there is a World Tour within 4 to 6 hours, depending on where you want to go. There is one in Montreal. You can get an English translator if you would like to go to Quebec, but it is being spoken in French up there. SFR, July 26th through the 28th, every single month. We're going to go over it. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are on East Coast. Drive. I don't care how expensive flights are. My butt's driving. So that is an option. It is life-changing. Chris even wants to go back to World Tour. And if you know who my husband is, that is not typically his jam, but he's like, sign me up. He hung out with Bart and Rusty almost the entire time. So speaking of World Tour, our guest speaker, I got to meet at World Tour. Or not World Tour, SFR. I'm on this, guys, I promise. Speaking of SFR, I get to meet our guest speaker, SFR. But I got to meet her virtually because she's under the fabulous fundraising queen, Wendy Heath Newgas, right? Yep, okay. She is an SSD. She's been with Sensi for 5 years. She had SSD in 3 years. It can be done. Yeah, exactly. Wow. She is from also the farthest away from us, sunny California. So she's enjoying nicer weather than the snow that we're going to get in a couple hours. But one of the things I got to like fangirl over her at SFR, she totally like didn't give me grief and it was like not annoyed with me, and I come on strong, y'all. So I was super excited that like she was like, "Oh, this psycho girl." But then she showed up at my workshop and I almost fainted and was shaking the entire like first 30 minutes of my 90-minute workshop. And then told me I did good. And I was like, "You're an SSD. What are you doing in there?" So like I was super excited. But one of the things that she's a queen at is sponsoring. You know how I know she's a queen? Because I've seen her YouTube channel, which I posted for you all to grab. And she just did a sponsoring for home office yesterday on Tip Tuesday, or on their Training Tuesday. Like, I didn't even know she had that planned like this. Or no, was it today?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. Okay, well, I'm not losing it. Like, I didn't even know she had it like stuck 2 days in a row. And I feel so bad that she's doing it both back to back. But when I say she's good at sponsoring, she knows how to be sponsoring without those spammy, cold messages that we all are, girl, no. And building those connections so that when you sponsor, you actually know who the person is and they're not just the number. Like, y'all know community is important to me. She speaks my love language when it comes to that. So, without further ado, get ready to take all the notes. It's Rhianna, and gonna give me 3 seconds to spotlight you.
Okay, friends. Welcome tonight. Thank you so much, Nikki, for having me, for inviting me to come and share with with you and your group, and you have a couple groups in here, you said, or a couple teams. So thank you. It's always an honor and privilege to share throughout Sensi. It's like my favorite thing to do. And I understand you guys have an amazing upline. Also, you guys have SSC, Whitney, and Anya. They are my people. I freaking love them. So shout out to them. You guys have an amazing team to pull from, and I'm just so blessed to know them as well. If you don't know me, my name is Rhianna Franco. I'm a superstar director in Whittier, California, about 30 minutes from Disneyland, in case you don't know where that's at. Because if you missed the beginning of this, you'll understand that I'm geographically challenged. So I need like landmarks to know like, oh, okay. But even then, so still I won't get it. But I have been in Sensi for 5 years. Like Nikki said, married, January will be 20 years. I know it's crazy. I have 3 beautiful girls and 2 grandkids, 1 grandson and 1 granddaughter, 5 and 7 years old. They are my world. So I love interaction. Okay. So this isn't like you're in a classroom setting. I want it to be like, just picture it like we're sitting on the couch, having some chat, the fireside's on, the chimney, what is it called? Good Lord Almighty, Jesus have mercy. The fireplace. Oh, you see what happens when you're in California? You don't really get to use it very often. So just picture it like we're sitting by the fireplace, snow's about to fall, not over here, but over there, you said. So, and we're in our comfy PJs, and we're just gonna have a conversation about sponsoring like we're friends, because we are. And I want you guys to ask all the questions. I'm going to open up my chat here on the side. I don't look old enough to be a grandma. Thank you, girlfriend. I am 42 years old. I was made into a grandma when I was 35. My daughter was 18 when she had her first baby. So, thanks, Devin. Tell me more, guys. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we're going to sit around on the couch and we're going to talk. And I want you guys to put your questions in the chat box and I can see them. And I want you guys to engage and I want you to comment. And I want it to just be like a chat, because this is where we're going to absorb more rather than me talking to you. I want to chat with you. Okay, so I want to ask you first and foremost, do you feel, and I want to have your answers in the chat, or you could give me a thumbs up, however I could see you for those of you who have your cameras on. Do you feel like you struggle with sponsoring? And honestly, so Paulina is giving me thumbs up, Devin's shaking his head yes, Tabby is shaking her head, Jess is nodding her head. Okay, the rest I can't see, but you can for sure put it in the chat. Shonda's like thumbs up, girlfriend. Okay, I see you. Okay, Sarah says yes. Okay, now I want you guys to take a step back from the question that I just asked you, and I'm going to ask you it again, but I'm going to ask you it in a different context, because I want you guys to understand that maybe you don't struggle with sponsoring. Do you struggle with sponsoring, or do you struggle with the behaviors consistently that lead to sponsoring? Can you sit here and say, I do everything I can possibly do every single day of my work life to try to recruit, and it still doesn't work? Or are you saying, you know, I kind of dabble here, I kind of throw this out there, I'm not too consistent, but I kind of try here and there? If your answer is the latter part, then you don't struggle with sponsoring. You struggle with the consistent behaviors that lead up to sponsoring. That's the difference, okay? Because if you are constantly doing this, you're going to freaking reap a harvest. Maybe not instantly, right? But you're planting these seeds. I have a girl that I had been working on. I planted the seed, watered, toiled for 4 years. She finally joined 2 months ago, and she's freaking killing it. I'm like, see, I told you. But no, I'm just like, this is what I mean. We don't necessarily struggle with sponsoring, because I bet you money that if you did this stuff consistently every single day, or if you work Monday through Friday, whatever your work schedule looks like, if you did these things consistently, you would start to see results. And then you would be like, okay, I have some slower months, yeah, but I do not struggle with sponsoring or recruiting because I'm doing it, right? And that's okay for us to think we struggle with sponsoring. But let me put it this way, and I can relate to this. Oh God, help me. Do you struggle with losing weight, or you struggle with what it takes to lose weight? Right? Because hello, I've been trying to lose the same 15 pounds for about 2 years, but have I done what it takes to lose the 15 pounds consistently? No, I haven't. I eat ding dongs at 11 p.m. and donuts at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm drinking coffee with sugar at 5:45 right now, and then I'm probably gonna have I'm gonna have loaded chicken stuffed potatoes after this. So you know what I mean? So this is what it takes to get results. Are we doing what it takes, or are we struggling with doing what it takes? There's a difference. Okay, so let's move on from there. So how many can now say, can we have the recipe? Yes, actually I got it off Pinterest, and I'm super I love trying new recipes because I have ADD, and my family's like, we have this again, Mom? And I'm like, I know. So this is a new recipe, but I think it's going to be great. Anyway, but I'll send it to Nikki. You guys can have it. Sure. I'll actually show you a picture. Squirrel. I have it on my phone because I'm so excited to make it. Hold on. Let me show you. You guys are going to drool right now.
Well, that's fucking quite a hike though from the house to the outhouse. That's gonna start big way good tomorrow night.
Can you guys see it? That's what I'm making after this. So that's why I don't lose 15 pounds. Okay. So the hardest part, you guys, of sponsoring is the consistency. But I want to talk about something that comes before that, because a lot of us, let me rephrase the question now. How many of you feel like you struggle with sponsoring? How many of you feel like you struggle with the consistency? Post that in the chat, because they're two different things. I want to deal with our mindset, because that's where it starts, the conversations. We're going to talk about, oh, I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to seem like Bree says consistency, Nikki says consistency. I don't want to bother. I don't want to, I don't want to, or I don't, okay. We're going to talk about that first before we dig into everything else. Because if you can't get past yourself, you're definitely not going to make any changes today, and you're wasting your time on this call. And I say that with love. Okay. If those that don't know me, I'm a straight shooter. Please don't get offended. I say everything I say from the heart, and just, I don't icing and sugar and sprinkles and cherries and all. I'm just going to let's get to the cupcake. Okay. So if we don't deal with this first, we will not get past tonight, and we will get off this call and you will be the same spot that you were in. Okay. So let's dig into this. Our mindset. Can we 100% wholeheartedly say that we sponsor from the heart? Or are we sponsoring because we know we need that to get incentive trips points, or because we want to promote, or because we want more money? All of that comes with it, guys. And I'm guilty of this in the beginning as well. When I first started recruiting, I'm like, I need this. I need to, and it became so much about what I needed in my business that when my team wasn't performing to my expectations, I was getting frustrated, and I was placing my expectations on them. That's it. It's kind of hard, guys. Your teamies can feel it. And I'm speaking from experience. When I first started, that's what I did. So let's talk about that. When you begin to sponsor from the heart, your whole mindset changes, your whole world changes, the way you approach people, the way you talk, the conversation starters change. So how many of us say, I'm so shy. I fumble over my words. I don't know how to start. Oh my gosh, what if I sound pushy? What if I sound spammy? What if they think I'm weird? What if, oh my gosh, I'm so insecure, I can't talk, I start to stutter, I get all shaky, I get all nervous. How many of us have said that to the point where it paralyzes us, to where we just don't do it? I know there's a lot of people in my team, but let me pause there. You guys may think, oh, it's easy for her because she's outgoing and she's a people person. For what? I'm not outgoing. If you meet me in person, I'm not as, hey guys, and it's not that I'm not a different person. I'm in a big room, I'm observant. So I'll stand back and I'll just watch, and I'm a watcher. I'm like, a creep kind of thing. Like I'm just like, but don't think, oh, it's easy for her because she speaks so well, or oh, because she knows a lot of people, or oh, because she's confident. That's exactly what I feel like sometimes when I'm sitting there, Nikki. how many times have our insecurity stopped us from stepping out and blessing people? How many times have we made the blessing become a burden because of our own insecurities? I don't want to ask you because I can't do that, because no way, dude, because if we realize that people's blessings are contingent upon our obedience to stepping out, then we'll start putting our guard away, and we'll put our insecurities away. And I was just talking to, when I did the training yesterday, I mentioned how Deanie Morehouse, consultant number 1, she's our upline. If she would have said, I don't want to do this, it's too hard, I'm too embarrassed, I'm too shy, imagine the ripple effect that would have had. Our other people's blessings are based on what we have here in our hands on the silver platter. But if we're like, oh no, I'm too scared, no, oh no, I feel nervous, no, I can't, I don't know if she's gonna, no, she'll probably say no. If we don't get outside of ourselves and our heads and our mindsets, we are going to hit a wall every single time, and we're not even going to begin a conversation because we can't get past our own self. That's the very first step. We have to get out of our own way, get out of your own head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do the damn thing. Okay. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So get out of your own way. And I say that with love. Okay. Sometimes we're like our own worst enemy. So starting conversations, I feel like this is the biggest roadblock in sponsoring. And I found this with my team as well, because they're happy. They're like, oh, I'm making packets, I'm making sponsoring packets, and oh, look at how cute they are. And I printed this out and I printed this out, and I'm okay, great. Now what? The biggest part of sponsoring, you guys, for me, and the success that I have, is that I just talk about it. And I just talk about the blessings and the perks of it, right? But if we cannot open our mouths, then our business is closed, right? We've heard that a closed mouth is a closed business. If we cannot start a conversation, then what do we do in real life? Because not everything is social media, right? Not everything is sending packets in the mail. We are in a time where our world needs conversation and relationships, and being able to have face-to-face conversations. This is pretty much all the face-to-face some of us are doing right now, right here on Zoom. And some of us have our cameras off because we don't want, we're busy, we're doing other things, we don't want to be seen, we don't want to have, and that's okay. But this is what I'm saying. The face-to-face thing is what is going to change your business. Okay, and I'm going to tell you how. Doesn't have to be in person, but it does help. So how do we come off genuine? How do we come off non-spammy? What do we look for? How do we approach people? Those are the questions, right? So there's different ways. Let's start off with our current customers. Our current customers are purchasing from us, right? We're like sending them happy mail. We are thanking them for their order. Okay, great. But are we capitalizing on every single opportunity to present the blessing to them? And it is a blessing. It is a blessing. And let me just pause here. Have you guys ever said, I don't want to bother. I don't want to bug. I don't want to sound like a commercial. I don't want to. Okay. When you talk to me, or when I talk to you, when you talk to somebody, one of your friends, do you talk to them like, would you like to join my team? $59 join kit today available. Ask me how. Message me to join. Do you talk to real life people like that in your life? No, you don't. And this is where we mix up real conversations with advertisement. We are not an advertisement. We are a walking commercial of our lives. Yes. How we live, what we do, and I'll talk about that in a second. But this is where we need to say, you know what? I'm not a billboard. This is my life, and I want my life to speak for me, okay? This is how you recruit with your life. You don't recruit by in person when you're like, hi, my name's Rhianna Franco. I have a join kit for $59. Message me or text me back if you would like to join. That's not what we do. Okay, so that's the spammy, ugly part that we don't want to do. But if you're not doing that, then stop worrying about sounding spammy. and stop worrying. And this is part of what's in our head, right? Get that out of your head and don't play with that thought anymore. Don't even entertain it. I'm not spammy. I'm freaking offering people a blessing. That's what I'm doing. So our current customers, every single order, I don't care if they order 5 times that week, they are getting some type of information on the blessing of Scentsy. I have inserts, and I could send to you, Nikki, what I have, and you guys, like, I'll send you the Canva template and you guys can make it your own, do whatever you want with it. But I have a Scentsy template that says, join the Scentsy family, jump into the Scentsy family, something to that extent. And then it has a QR code that's linked to my story on my website, okay? And then I have another separate insert where it says you would have made this much off your order. It has a little blank spot. So say they order, like, okay, they're ordering 3 times that week. One of them, they would have made $7. One of them, they would have made $18. One of them, they would have made $23. And then you guys, when they see it at first, they're like, oh, that's cute, throw it away, right? And the next one, oh, that's cute. Wait, okay, wait, this girl was giving me like 4 of these because I insert them in every single order. She's given me a few of these, and I think I would have made like $60 already this month off my own order. Like, okay, let me ask, more about this. And then every 3 months, I cut them a Scentsy check. You guys have seen them floating around, right? The little Scentsy blank checks. And I'll write it out to them, and in the bottom it says Scentsy commission. And then I put it, I tag it on there. If they haven't ordered the last week of the month, that 3rd month, I mail it to them. But if they have an order, I will staple it to their bag or put it with ribbon. And then they'll see, you would have made $125 this month. And they'll be like, oh my gosh. I'm like, girl, I'm telling you, like, what do you cut out the middleman? You're giving me your money. You're giving me your commission. And that's how I talk to them. I talk to them. They're real people. Like, they're my friends. Okay. So don't miss an opportunity to present. Put the inserts from the consultant store, the little brochures, put those in. Those are $3 for, what is it, 50? Okay, so throw those in there, slap a QR code with your story. Pause here. If you don't have your story updated on your website, you need to go do that tonight if possible. I know it's later there, maybe tomorrow morning. Go update your story on your website and make it personal. Okay, touch some lives like that. People have said they joined my team. I had one girl that's a Giants fan join my team because I had a Dodger hat on. She's like, I thought that would be fun because we're rivals, Dodgers and Giants. So she said, I thought it would be fun. So I joined your team. Another one was like, I seen that you were married with daughters, and I related to that. Throw in who you are as a person, okay? That's not spammy, right? You're just showing yourself. Your life is your advertisement, okay? Also, what are we sharing on social media? And then I'm going to lead into something else with social media. What are we sharing? Are we doing LTOs galore? Are we posting flyers like crazy? We can do that, but I think our life should show how we do Scentsy, but it's not our entire life. Like, post about your world tour coming up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. World tour is a mini version of our biggest event of the year. I get to meet people. Are lacking community. People are craving community. So when they see that and they're like, oh my gosh, look at how fun that is, I can be part of that. That is you recruiting and sponsoring without being spammy. You're showing your life. Okay, and then how about you're relaxing tonight, and like Devin, I would screenshot right now where you're at, and I would say on a training call, and then you got 1, 2, 3 warmers in the back that I could see, right? And those are subliminal messages behind you. But look at, I'm on a training tonight. I'm so excited with the great Rhianna Franco. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't say that. But this is what I mean, because you can show them that they can get training from home. You're in your room, right? You're home in your room. Look at, I'm in my room, training, getting fed for my business to make more money in the comfort of my own home. Okay, that's speaking to somebody that's looking for something to do from home. hello, without saying join my team. I freaking hate join my team, by the way. Please don't say join my team, because nobody wants to join your team. They want to jump into something that's for them. How does it benefit them? Okay, show your paycheck. No, don't show the paycheck amount, or do whatever you want. I block mine out, but show when you get paid. Show what you're using with your pay. And by the way, side note, make sure you enter the income disclosure when you do, because you're talking about money and people will report you, because people like to freaking tattle. And I don't know why. They need to get a job, another job, or a hobby or something, but just make sure you include the income disclosure when you talk about money. Show what you're using your paycheck for. Show if you earn incentive levels. This is how you sponsor and recruit with your life, and without spam and without bothering, because people are watching you guys. So many people have reached out like, oh my God, Rhianna, you inspire me so much. Like, I know we've never talked about it before, but I'm so interested in this, because they're watching my life. Okay. Oh, I just want to make sure. Nikki, you could stop me if I'm missing any questions, okay? Because I'm trying to look at both. Okay. Also, how many times have we done maybe opportunity nights? What's an opportunity night? Opportunity night you can do in person, you can do on Zoom, you can do on Facebook, you can do on Instagram Live, you can do on TikTok Live, wherever you want. You set up maybe a cool atmosphere, cool vibe, and then you could talk about the opportunity. We could talk about the $99 join key. We could talk about the $59. We could talk about the benefits of jumping into Scentsy. You can show your product. You're like, oh my God, I know a lot of my followers are Scentsy lovers, and thank you for being my customer. But you know what, girl, you don't have to be my customer forever. You could get paid on your own stuff and just talk to them like we're talking here. And then do it like a night like that. And you could even do it like a Facebook group and say, hey guys, I know some of you guys have never like put in your VIP group. I know some of you guys have never asked me before, but maybe your interest is a little bit piqued. I would love for you to come and watch some of my journey, and invite a couple of your teammates to come in and share. Hey, my name is Nikki Mayu, and I'm making this up. I joined in 2020, and I'm so excited. I joined under Rhianna because I seen whatever, and I jumped in, and now I'm here, and this atmosphere is so fun, the community. So they're hearing from other versions that are in Scentsy that they may relate to, and it costs you nothing. You don't have to send them a packet. You could just invite them to opportunity night, and it's not spammy, it's fun. Do giveaways, do shout outs, do whatever like that. And then anybody that attends, you could send them a opportunity packet. Hey, this is just something to follow up with what we chatted about. Let me know if you have any questions. That's not spammy, right? That's like, okay, cool. Let me look in. When I watched, I also include a link on there, you guys. Like, hey, if you're ready after tonight, I want you to just click this link, join link. Don't think twice about it. Get out of your own head, just click it and let's go. And so it's right there. But then if they want more information, or if I don't hear from them that night, I will put an opportunity packet in the mail the next day. I love opportunity nights. They're so much fun. You can have music on, you can make it a 90s vibe, however you want to feel. Okay, so you create that. Or in person is fun as well. You can also invite anybody that may be interested to your Facebook page, so they can see how it's ran. How do you know these people? They follow you on Instagram, they follow you on Facebook, they're your customers. Are you inviting every single one of your customers to follow you on social media, and are you following your customers back? If not, you should. Because, and here's, somebody has said this to me, oh, but my account is private. Okay, that's your choice. If you want your Facebook private, your Instagram private, that's fine. Create something different that's not private maybe, but the perks of it is they're actually getting to see you as a person, as a mom, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend, as a daughter, as a sister, as a pet owner, when they get to see your personal account, and then they start to relate to you. As soon as they make a purchase, on my little insert that I will send to Nikki, it says, are you part of my VIP, my Facebook VIP? If not, scan the QR code and it'll take you there and you can be part. So once they add themselves there, we start interacting. And then I'll like I'll friend request them. I comment, I share, I engage with them on social media. On birthdays, I'm happy birthdaying them. On anniversaries, I'm happy anniversarying them. If they have a pet that died, I'm so sorry about your baby going over the rainbow bridge. I'm connecting with them as human beings, because that way, when the opportunity presents itself, they already feel comfortable with me, and I'm not cold messaging them in their messenger and saying, hey, I have a $59 joint kit available if you're interested. And they'll be like, who are you? Like, I bought from you one time and now you're stalking me. No, make sure that you build relationships with them through social media. It's free, you guys. Now let's talk about probably the hardest part, right? And let me just say this. If you say, I've been asking my customers, nobody wants to join. I keep getting no's from people. Okay, that means your pool is a little bit shallow right now, and you need to get out of that side of the shallow pool, and you need to run your tail full speed into the deep end and cannonball in there. What I mean by that is the next part, what we're going to talk about is expanding your customer base so that you have more of a pool. And this is where it gets a little uncomfortable, talking to people we don't know, right? Most of us, how many of us can say we do that? We go out and meet new people all the time, talk about Scentsy all the time. Okay, a couple said yeah, a couple said no. Okay, if your pool is shallow right now and everybody's kind of like waiting in the pool, nobody's answering, nobody wants to join, that means it's time to get some new fresh blood in, right? Some new customers, some new prospects. And how do we do that? This is exactly where a lot of us freeze, and a lot of us get paralyzed, and a lot of us sit there in our pity parties and feel sorry for ourselves that nobody wants to join, but we're not going out of our way to make that nobody turn into everybody. Okay, when we go into Target, are we ready with our packets that we sat there making and spending money on, or are they sitting in the closet waiting to magically produce consultants? Do we leave our house with purpose? Do we have them in our purse? Do we have them in our backpack? Do we have these packets? Do we have scent circles? Do we have something that we could tangibly give to people that we are meeting and creating opportunity with? If not, that's step one. You need to get that ready. If you're saying, I don't have a lot of money to do all that, all you need is a scent circle. All you need is a felt sample with a business card stapled. Simple, some way for them to find you and get back to you and communicate with you and see what you're about. Okay, that needs to be first. That's a whole other training. And if you go on my YouTube page, I talk about it. Okay, you can go watch that training. When you walk into Target, are you walking in with the purpose of meeting somebody new? I know we're all in a hurry, but this is what I talked about yesterday on the training. We cannot, if we are serious about sponsoring, if we're serious about building a wide bench, which means a big front line, which means personally sponsored teamies, if we are serious about that, then we have to take our blinders off when we're at Target, when we're at Walmart. We can't go in, I'm here for Tide, I'm here for Tide, I'm here for Tide. I don't see nobody else, nothing. No, we need to say, okay, I have a busy day, but I'm walking into Target and I look at this huge pool that is available to me right now to even meet one new person. One new person. There are people that roam around Target, don't buy a thing, just go for the atmosphere while their kids are at school. They want conversation. They want to talk. If we go in wherever we're going and think about what you're doing tomorrow, what's on your agenda tomorrow? When you wake up in the morning and you head out the door, stop yourself, hear my voice and say, am I ready for the day? Am I ready to create an opportunity? And if you're not, back your tail up a couple steps, grab a scent circle, grab some samples, whatever it is you have on you. If you don't have anything at this moment, print something out. If you don't have a printer, write something out. We're eliminating all excuses this year. We're getting ready to go into 2023, and there is no freaking way, there is no excuse that we have that we could possibly come up with that we cannot talk and meet other people. I don't have a printer, I don't have money for this. Get a freaking pen, get a paper, get some, and be like, hi, you can put, my name's Rhianna Franco with Scentsy. I would love to chat with you more. Here's my website. I would like, and then when you, I'll get to that right now. but there's no excuse. Make sure you're prepared for the moment you walk out the door in the morning. When you get up, you say, when you walk out the door. Or maybe you're saying, I don't go anywhere. Okay, well, how about your UPS driver, your post office, or delivery driver, or Amazon, or Instacart, whatever these people that are coming to your house, those are opportunities you could create. Okay. So now you walk into Walmart, you walk into Target, you walk into the grocery store, whatever it is you have to do tomorrow, the post office. You walk in with fresh eyes. If you're walking in and you are not thinking, who am I going to meet right now? Then you don't want it that bad. And that's okay. That's okay. If you are walking in somewhere and you are already defeated, like, oh my God, this Rhianna's freaking crazy. I'm not going to do this. What the hell? No, look at how nervous I am. Oh God, no, I'm not going to do this. No, I'll do it. And I'll take that customer and make them a consultant of mine. If you don't do it, somebody else near you will. Trust me, these Scentsy consultants, we're crazy, right? We're like, let's go. How I like to approach people, you guys, in Target, for example, I'm already prepared, right? I have a packet with laundry samples already made up. Okay, so if I'm going to Target, that sucker's going in my bag. And guess where I'm going after I grab what I need to grab in Target so I don't forget? I head down the laundry aisle, hoping somebody's there, right? How many times we go to get laundry stuff, right? So I'm walking and there's somebody there and my eyes are like, ding. So then I walk there and I'm like, oh my God, give a genuine compliment. Oh my gosh, your daughter's eyes are so gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much. Whatever it is that you could compliment, be genuine. And then be like, you know what? I see you're down the laundry aisle and I would love to bless you with this sample and get some feedback from you. In a couple of days, it's our laundry line from Scentsy. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's a fragrance company and it's dye-free and it's super safe and it's super concentrated. And I know you're going to buy your stuff right now, but I would love if you can just do a load of towels and then I'll follow up with you in a couple of days. I just want your feedback. Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, yes, I've heard of Scentsy. Oh no, never heard of Scentsy. Okay, great. Yeah, here's my phone number. Do not leave that packet without getting a phone number because that's an empty lead. That doesn't help you. Okay, chances are they're never going to talk to you again. That's creating a conversation without sounding spammy, without bothering. You're not trying to take the girl to lunch and you're not trying to explain all the ingredients on the packet. You know what I mean? You're just blessing them with a gift and asking for them to give you some feedback. And now you may say, well, how does that help me sponsor? Because if your pool is shallow, you need to get in deeper water. Okay. And when you get into deeper water, you're going to start wading. You're going to start, what do you call it? Like when you stay afloat, like whatever, the egg beaters at the treading water, all that, right? And as you tread water, you're staying afloat. And then little by little, you become stronger and you're like not like panting to try to stay above water. You have to plant these seeds and then you have to water them and then you have to build relationships. It's not an overnight thing. If you're thinking that you're going to come on here and get a magic recipe for overnight success where you're a sponsoring machine in 24 hours, you're wrong. And I don't say that disrespectfully. I say that because we're in this for the long haul. Sponsoring and recruiting is that. So how about when in a couple of days, then you'll text that person or call that. I would say text. Not a lot of people like to call anymore. Like, don't call me. Like, I will sit there and watch the phone ring. I will not answer. And then after that, I will say, hey, you called. So whatever, you know your people, but I don't. Okay. I would follow up. Hey, it's Rhianna with Scentsy. I met you in Target. It was so nice to meet you. Your daughter's eyes again were so piercing blue, whatever. I just wanted to follow up to see if you had a chance to try your laundry samples. I'm super excited to hear your feedback. They're going to ignore you, ghost you. They're going to say, oh, thank you. Yes, no, I haven't tried yet. Or yes, I loved them. I'm super interested. I'm buying more. All three avenues, you're not going to die. If they ghost you, you're not going to die. If they say they haven't tried it, you're not going to die. And if they say they're interested, you're not going to die. But you created that opportunity. You got out of your own way. And then once they start buying, what happens? Now that opportunity is there for you to start pitching but it has to be communicating first, right? This is how I go after, and that sounds bad, how my eyes are open when I go out to recruit. I have a strong customer base right now. I'm working on them for recruiting. But if I am out to dinner with my husband, we go out to dinner a lot. We're big foodies. That's probably why I don't lose 15 pounds. But we go out and I go with a packet. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a coincidence. I have this thing for you. No, I go out with intent. Even on date night, I don't work on the weekends, but I know if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to have a waitress or a waiter, which means I'm going to be served, which means this person knows customer service, right? This person can talk to people. Okay, perfect. The opportunity is presenting itself to me. What am I going to do with it? So we're done having dinner. I'm making conversation with this person. If it's a, I don't offer it to them. If they're great, yes, I will. But if they have attitude with me and don't want to give me refills and tell me about their latest cocktail and all that, then I'm not really into it. But I'll say when they give me the check, I'll be like, well, I'll give my husband the check. Don't give me the check, give him the check. When they bring it, I just say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And you know what, on top of your tip that we're going to leave you, I would love to give you this packet. You have been such a gracious host and you are amazing. And I'm always looking for people just like you to jump into this fragrance thing that we're doing. And it's so much fun. Girl, here's a packet. I know you're busy. I know you're at work right now, but I would love to follow up with you in a couple of days after you have some time to look through it, make some extra cash and let me know what you think. And then, oh my God, how cool is this? And yeah, okay, here's my number. It's as easy as that. Did I sound spammy? Oh, honesty. If I did, say it. No? Okay. Did I sound pushy? Did I sound like I was complimenting her? Did I sound like I have a blessing for her? Right? You were so awesome. And I have in that packet, there's scent circles, there's samples, there's fun stuff in there for her regardless. But I'm complimenting her. She's still getting her tip. She's getting a packet. When she gets home, maybe she's going to get home and be like, you know what? I do need another source of income. I do need something that's fun to do because this job is stressful. You know what I mean? So I created that opportunity without sounding spammy. Know your day. Are we going to have some places that we don't know we're going to end up at? Yes. But are we going to be prepared? Yes. Because we're going to shove all of our packets in our glove compartment, in our backpacks, in our gym bags, in our purse, in our, where do we go? Where else do we go? I'm at the softball field all the time. Guess what? You guys, my daughter, her softball team, there are 16 people. I have 5 teamies on there because I didn't shut my mouth when I was sitting there watching the games. Hey, this girl just joined, sitting behind me, right? Her daughter is new to the team. Like, hey, Jamie, have you ever thought about making some extra income? She was sitting behind me. And because you just laughing, whatever, conversating as adults and probably having mommy juice or whatever it is we have in the stands. And she's like, you know what? I actually freaking have. That's crazy that you said that because my mouth is open and I'm creating opportunity. She could have said, no, girl. Like, no. I had another mom say, girl, I don't have time for that. Don't get me started on overcoming objectives because that's a whole nother training. But if we're aware of the people around us and we are taking advantage of the actual human beings that are around us and not just social media and not just mailing packets, we can really make a difference. And it's all getting out of your own way. I'm going to land it right here, but it's all getting out of your own way, removing yourself because this sponsoring thing is not about you. Yes, all the perks come with the no ceiling type of income, all the incentive trips, the promotion, the pay increase, all of that comes with it. If we get out of our own way, open our freaking mouths, no matter if we're scared, do it scared. If we're nervous, do it nervous. The more you do it, the more it's going to kind of flow and you're going to be like, oh my God, I just did that. And if you do it, I want you to let me know. I want you to message me here or on Instagram or wherever and tell me, oh my gosh, Rhianna, I went to Target and I was so scared out of my mind. I was going to piss my pants, but I did it. And I stepped out of my comfort zone and oh my gosh, I got this girl. I want to hear about it because I want to celebrate with you because there's so much to win. And if we just step outside of the scared and step out of the fear, because there's greatness on the other side of ourselves and our minds and our fear and our insecurities. And then once you'll be walking in that so often, like you'll be doing that so often, and you'll be like, oh my God, I remember when I was scared to do that. Oh my God, I remember what the first time I did it. Now I'm doing it all the time. And that's where the conversations start to come a little easier. Is it still nerve-wracking to this day? Yes. But at the same time, it's exhilarating and it's exciting, and you'll begin to see the perks if you do it consistently. Don't do it one time and be like, Rhianna's full of crap, didn't work, because that's not consistency. Okay, because you could do something once and it may not work, but if you continue to plant the seeds, then greatness will happen. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer before we jump off?
I know I asked in the chat and Devin said they wanted to know as well. Those opportunity packs, you're like, I put a sample in there, I put samples in there, I put joint information there. What exactly do you like? Do you have a list of what you put in there that you can provide me?
I think I actually have a
Fun thing.
training. I think I have a training on what I put on them in the YouTube. If I'll go back and look. If I don't, then I'll show you a picture of what I have. It's like a scent circle, a QR code picture with my story. It has the compensation plan print out. It has a scent circle. And it has an insert that says "You impress me" with a QR code to a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's very simple, very clean, not too overwhelming, but straight to the meat and potatoes.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. How do you respond to the "I don't have time to do this"?
Oh gosh. I also did an overcoming objections training on YouTube, if you guys want to go and dig into that. But that's the biggest excuse that I get, girl, I don't have time. And I'm like, okay. I mean, none of us do really, right? But I'll say, okay, let me ask you this. And I ask them with all sincerity. I'll say, do you see your life changing in the next 6 months, time-wise? Do you see your time freeing up within the next 6 months? To free up an avenue of income? No, nothing's changing. So then I'll say, okay, let me ask you this. Are you okay with being so busy that you don't have time to create an avenue that can create freedom for you, to free up your time, to give you more income? If you're too busy to make more money to help your family not have to be so busy, then there's something wrong. So that's why I'll ask them that. I'll say, do you see your schedule changing within the next 6 months? If you do not, are you okay with that? Are you okay with living like you're living with no extra free time when you have an opportunity that can create free time for you? Because I don't work nearly half as hard as I used to when I first started. I don't work as many hours as I used to. And that's all because of Scentsy. And I'm busy as hell. And I was busy then. But if I didn't take the time, I wouldn't have the free time now. You don't have time right now to free up time for your future. That's basically what you're saying. And I say it respectfully. Of course, I say it with a little bit more attitude right now because I'm like, come on, guys. But for them, and I've noticed I started at the top of this screen and my chair keeps going down. Look at how low I am right now. Sorry, squirrel. Anyways, but yeah, I say it with love. But I'm to the point because it's true. Like anybody that says they're too busy to make more money that will free up their time and schedule, then they don't get it. They're missing something.
Anyone else have any other questions before she runs away and makes dinner with the beautiful picture she showed us?
I'll share that recipe too. I'll post it on Instagram when I'm done. Hopefully it looks as good as it did then.
Well, doesn't look like any other questions. I want to thank you for coming and talking to us. I'm so excited that you were able to do this. And like I said, I fangirled wicked, and I still do over you because you're just amazing.
I'm just a shrinking person in my screen, just like everybody else. But yeah, I'm glad to be here with you guys, and I'm so excited for you. Please message me, let me know if you step out. I cannot wait to hear your success stories, guys. Get outside of yourself, move out the freaking way.
And she's not kidding. Like, message her. She's not gonna be like, oh, I'm an SSD, I just can't talk to you. None of them are like that. Like SFR, they all talk to you, and they're all like, Why are you fangirling? They don't get it.
Yeah, don't fangirl. Don't. I'm just, you'll be disappointed. Don't be
You're
fangirling.
just shrinking in front of us.
I know, I keep, like, I'm gonna be like this soon. So yeah, we better get off before I disappear.
Yeah.
All right, it
Well,
was nice being with you guys tonight.
I'm gonna stop the recording.